This girl right here is about to go off. Yes, I know it's a TV show. Yes, I know it's not real. But I'm invested. I love this fucking show. I love my characters. And when people try to mess with them or try to use a sob story that I know is fucking fake or try to ruin a man's reputation, depending on what kind of man he really was, it's not okay with me. So, with that said, greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to Planet Alien. I am Noelle. Welcome to my planet. This is our own place, like a bubble. Once you step in, you're in a bubble. Once you step out, you're outside the bubble, I guess. I don't know. Hi, hello. I'm Noelle. Welcome to the show. Let's get going. There we go. So, I wrote a ton of fucking notes. Like, a ton of fucking notes. But let's start with Donna's fucking sob story. This bitch, you honestly think for a second I believe that? Like, did honestly anyone actually believe her sob story she told Betty about how abusive he was and how upset he was that she broke up with him and that he killed himself the next day? And it's like, okay, so if that's the case, then why did you keep his pin? If he was such a bad person that you were scared of, then why did you keep his pin? Especially after he killed himself. And also, why would he give you his pin, really? Like, on one hand, it's like, maybe you were the one who was a little too much in love with him. Because, like, her reaction when he jumped out that window was nothing. Literally, all their faces were just blank. Like, so, moving on with the day. That's it. Like, it was nothing. Like, nothing had happened. End of story. But it's like, Donna's sob story, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really, girl? You're, like, literally, it does the typical sob story. Oh, she runs away crying, waits for someone to comfort her, and then tells the sob story that I don't believe at all. And, of course, it doesn't help that her and fucking Bret are recording Jughead and Betty, which is fucking disgusting, first off, an invasion of privacy, and also fucking you're psychotic, because like, there's a difference between doing it for the right reasons, which have to be really the right reasons, and there's doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it because they don't want Jughead to uncover the truth about Mr. Chipping. Let me put this down a little bit. So, yeah, so of course, I automatically, when I saw that camera, I was like, oh, it was Donna or Bret, or both of them, honestly, because it's Bret's room. It's easy to get in there, and I'm sure Donna sneaks in, please, like she don't. So I knew it had to be one of them, and it was confirmed whenever Jughead went to talk to the headmaster, and there Donna was crying, and then, of course, Bret, always there, just comes out and is like, yeah, she told the headmaster about how he harassed her and abused her or whatever and all this shit, and she felt the need to come forward because Betty found out, and she didn't want to ruin his reputation, but she had to come out and say it. And it's like, you guys are such fucking liars. First off, Bret, your dad is a high up person, okay? He has connections, he has money. You, like, own the school, it seems. So you're most definitely either going to be in the secret society or you're already in it. And so is probably Donna and Joanne and the other guy's name that I forgot. I wrote down, but I honestly forgot because don't care enough. And you also don't hear his name enough. But, like, literally, I could not with Donna's sob story. I was like, and then when she got to the headmaster first, oh my god, I literally wanted to scream. Like, you fucking bitches. And then, okay, you guys decided to skip Thanksgiving with your family so that you could stay at the dorms so that you could scare Jughead. I'm assuming he knew Betty was coming. Well, because Bret overheard Jughead talking to Betty on the payphone and about how, we could investigate Mr. Chipping's suicide. while everyone's away. And of course, Bret overheard that because he's fucking lurking around, because of course they're watching Jughead, because he will not give up, which will probably be the end of him, which sucks. But you know what? Jughead, find out the fucking truth, because I want to know the fucking truth. I want to know what's fucking going on. But anyway, so yeah, Bret overheard that. So they basically stood just to scare Jughead, and I'm assuming Betty, but more so Jughead. And it's like, so you decide to put on a fucking rabbit mask and have an actual axe. Why wouldn't you have a fake axe? Why would you use a real axe to scare someone? Like, honestly. And then why are you, Donna, hiding in around the corner with the fucking, I think it was what, a golf club or something? Like, you got fucking real weapons. Why are you trying to scare someone? Like, why are you trying to scare them? Okay, I don't really believe, maybe they were just trying to scare him, but I also think it was so much more than that. I think if Betty had it come in when she did, it could have been something way worse. Because let's be honest, once he overheard Jughead saying about him investigating Mr. Chipping's apparent suicide, there was like no way in hell Bret was leaving, because he was going to make sure Jughead found out nothing, along with Donna, who's a psychotic fucking bitch. Hey, for all we know, she knew about Moose. Well, I guess he didn't tell her about the past, but she could have easily found out, and she could have really been the one to publish that article, or tell Bret and then him publish it. Because Donna, she ain't fucking nice. You think at the beginning, you know, she's telling Jughead to watch out for Bret, and you think, oh, you know, that she seems nice stuff. No. No. It's just like whenever Betty was like, whenever they're like, never have I been in a gang, you know, and Betty put her hand down, and Donna's like, but you look so sweet, and she's like, I'm not as sweet as I look. And it's like, yeah, bitch, wait till you see Dark Betty, or wait till you see Betty when she's pissed off. Okay, you do not want to mess with Betty. If you think Jughead is bad with the investigating, imagine them two together, or imagine just her doing it. This is two people that are destined to investigate. Well, and Jughead more so writing. But, like, they never stop to find out the truth, especially Jughead. He will never stop, especially when it comes to his family or friends, but he never stops to find out the truth, and he won't stop. And Donna and Bret are making sure of that. And another thing that got me is that Mr. DuPont, I don't even know why Jughead asked him this, because you honestly think you're going to get a truthful answer out of him? Like, come the fuck on. But Jughead asked the headmaster, like, about Mr. Chipping's suicide and why he did it, you know. And Mr. DuPont, of course, you know, the one who said he wrote all the original Baxter Brothers, but really didn't. And also is now running Mr. Chipping's class. He's like, well, you know, he was dealing with alcoholism and he just had demons and it got to be too much, so he killed himself. And it's like, okay, even if that was a possibility, why would he, right after Jughead came forward about DuPont being a fraud and Mr. Chipping saying he'll talk to, you know, the headmaster and stuff, and then next thing you know, after that, the next day, Mr. Chipping says, I'm so sorry, Jughead, I couldn't help you, and jumps out a fucking window. That doesn't seem to have anything to do with his alcoholism, and that doesn't seem to have anything to do with the affair he was having with fucking Donna. I honestly think Donna was just in love with him. Let's be totally fucking real. Ugh, Donna and Bret are two peas in a fucking pod. Like, psychotic, man. Psychotic. Like, and I just can't with Donna's sob story. Like, it was literally infuriating hearing her, because, like, I just thought back to whenever Charles did his sob story during the lie detector test, and I didn't believe it for one bit, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bitch, please? It was just like that. Like, literally, I know you're just such a bad person, and you're covering up a murder, or you did the murder, or something's happening here. Either she helped commit the murder, or not helped commit. Either she is covering up the murder, or covering up the suicide, or she knows why he really committed suicide. She had a hand in helping him commit suicide. You know, like, countless things she could be involved in. For all we know, Donna could be a murderer. Bret, most definitely could be a murderer, for all we know. I mean, those two always seem to be around. Especially Bret. Always seem to be around. Just always there. And it's like, Donna, oh, you went in my room to Betty, and it's like, bitch, you've done way fucking worse. Like, come on. Shut the hell up. Like, oh my God. You psychotic fucking kids. Like, literally, their reaction to Mr. Chipping jumping out is the most craziest thing I have ever seen. It's literally, it makes me think, like, they're a room full of, like, the worst serial killers, and they just watched someone die, and they're happy about it. Like, that's what it kind of reminds me of. It's just fucking creepy. Children of the Corn shit. But let me stop this and look at my notes real quick. Another thing that interested me is Mr. DuPont said that Mr. Chipping's family didn't want an investigation into his suicide. And that might be true, but what money was offered? Or what secret did they have on their son to keep them from investigating it? Because clearly, okay, so this secret society, Quills and Skulls, which is the oldest secret society in Stonewall Prep history. And Mr. DuPont was in it and Mr. Chipping was in it years apart. And Jughead and Betty were speculating that maybe the way to be fully initiated is to tell your deepest, darkest secret. A secret that could ruin you. A secret you would never want anyone to know or hear ever. Even after you died, I'm sure. Like, it's such a bad secret. And if that's the case, that's leverage for them that's leverage to use against him in order for him to commit suicide, and also leverage to use against his family not to investigate, unless they just don't care or they got money. But there is a reason why Mr. Chipping killed himself. I don't believe it was because, like, I know he felt like he didn't feel like an actual, like, you know, for someone who's a teacher and who's who believes in writing and who is a writer and cares about it so much. I think by not being able to help Jughead, he felt like kind of less like a man, you know, he just felt so disappointed in himself, and he was sorry to Jughead, and I think that's what made him jump out, but also the fact that someone had leverage on him, and that made him jump out, because clearly he talked to someone about it, whether it was DuPont, the headmaster, both of them, or just whatever. I'm sure they all conversed, because I don't trust the headmaster. I don't even know the dude. I just saw him with Donna. Other than that, I don't know the dude. I've never seen him talk or interact, so I don't trust him yet either. So, I mean, and he is running the school. How do you not know what's fucking going on? And you had to have known about them locking Jughead in the fucking coffin, and that's okay, like, unless you're not paying that much attention to your fucking school. But clearly they had some kind of leverage against Mr. DuPont, and whoever, you know, he went to, which you would hope it wouldn't be DuPont, you would hope it would be the headmaster, so, which means if it was, he's involved, and DuPont, of course, is involved, but they had good enough leverage to where he killed himself. But in the end, you know, he did say, I'm sorry, Jughead, because he knew he failed, and he couldn't do anything but kill himself, because he was going to be ruined if he didn't, you know, because now he knew the truth about DuPont and about Stonewall Prep, because like Jughead said, the motive, you know, the Baxter Brothers franchise is worth like almost 200 million, you know, or more, so that's a big chunk of money to lose. And also Stonewall Prep was built on the Baxter Brothers, like Mr. DuPont said, so of course Stonewall Prep doesn't want to lose that. None of the people there at Stonewall Prep want the world to know the truth about how this guy's a fraud and how this school really got started. Like, no one wants to know that, what kind of people these people really are. Like, they don't want them to know that, the people at this school. So, of course, these students, which maybe this whole 4 group that Jughead got into with, you know, Bret and all them, maybe they are already in the secret society. But I know for sure Bret and Donna either are or about to be, because they're both evil motherfuckers. But, okay, another thing is Bret had a fake suicide note. If this doesn't say psychotic, I don't know what is, even though it's probably not real, because bitches, you lying. But how psychotic is it that these fucking 4 students just saw their teacher jump out a fucking window and kill himself? Didn't care, first off, but literally saw their teacher jump out the window to his death, and they decided, oh, we should write fake suicide notes from him, you know, just for fun, to see who could write the best one. Oh my god, they are fucking psychotic. Like, I already knew this, but they are literally psychotic. Psychotic. Like, oh my fucking god. And also another thing, that letter, that note in Bret's pocket, it was worn and torn, and it looked kind of old, like it had been like folded up and like stuffed in his pocket and stuff like that. It had a little tear. So for all we know, that is Mr. Chipping's real suicide note, which, why would you carry that on you at all times? That's fucking weird. Unless you had something else planned for Jughead that night besides scaring him, and in the process of doing whatever you were going to do to Jughead, you were going to show him the real suicide note from Mr. Chipping, because apparently he didn't leave one, which I find hard to believe, but then again, his "I'm sorry" to Jughead could have been the suicide note in a way, and also, I don't think he would leave a suicide note in the school for anyone to find it, knowing that they would just get rid of it or hide it or, you know, just whatever. They're not going to obviously come forward with it. Come on, please. Hold on, yeah, so I can sip my coffee. And there's like a fucking thing in my eye. But yeah, so, because like, that paper was just really worn and torn. Like, someone had like looked at it a bunch of times and then kept folding it and had it in their pocket, and it was just, hold on. Oh my god, I can't. There we go. Yeah, so I don't think it's a fake one. I don't. Either it's Mr. Chipping's real suicide note, or it's something else, maybe to do with the secret society. But then again, Jughead read a little snippet, and it sounded like a suicide note. So it probably is Mr. Chipping's real suicide note, because there's no way that's something that he wrote, because it looks like worn, torn, and all that, and there's no way that's something you just wrote. And also, let me see Donna's, and Joanne, and the other kids. Let me see theirs. Those two probably weren't even involved. It was just Donna and Bret. And also, it was a lie, so they lie out their fucking asses. I mean, really. And what, like, there is no, like, you literally stayed home, or you literally stayed at school instead of going home for Thanksgiving so that you could just scare Jughead. I just don't believe it. There was something bigger planned, dude. There was something bigger planned. Let me make sure there's nothing more to say on this topic before I get on to another. Of course, the Dickinson crime clan showed up, you know, Dodger's family, his mom and two brothers. Of course, they showed up, you know, and of course showed up to the center, because, I mean, I understand where she's coming from. Her son's in a coma, even though, look what kind of person your son is, and look what he's doing to kids, so, not saying it's right, I'm just saying, did you really expect that this wasn't going to happen eventually, or something worse? But, no, so, of course, you know, they come to the community center, and, oh my fucking god. Okay, first off, all those kids sticking up for Archie, oh my god. I literally almost cried. Oh my god, it was so sweet. Oh, it was so sweet. Like, oh my god, and when, like, Mad Dog's brother went for the gun, because I saw him look and I was like, dude, don't do it. Oh, fuck, you're not going to do it. Because, like, I just knew it wasn't going to work. But he went for the gun. And I was like, dude, no. But also, like, dude, you a badass. But also, like, don't do that. You a kid. Like, they ain't going to shoot you. Or they could. But, like, he a badass. Like, he trying to protect his own. This is his family. You know, these people are family. But yeah, when they were all standing up for him, it was so fucking sweet. Like, oh my God, it was so sweet. Like, I love it. And then, I mean, I even thought this, you know, I was going to write it down in my notes, but then I was like, maybe I shouldn't say this because I don't know. I don't know. Saying Fred about, like, putting Fred into it, I felt like maybe that was wrong or weird. I don't know. I have a weird train of thought. But basically, thank God Archie decided to deep fry a turkey like his dad did, so that's why he did it. And thank God he decided to be stupid enough to do it inside, because that shit went off at the perfect time. And my thought was, that's Fred watching over them. Because it went off at the perfect time, dude. Perfect time. And I mean, oh my God. Veronica, she got that fucking pitchfork thing and just stabbed it in his hand. Was like, don't even try it. Like, Mad Dog got the other one in a chokehold. And then Mary, because I was thinking, like, who's grabbing the gun? Like, someone get the gun. Don't let the other mom get the gun. And then Mary turns around, she has the gun, and it's like, she's a lawyer, so she knows her shit, and also she got a gun, and she's a badass. And I'm like, damn. It's like, yeah, you mess with my son, I'll fucking kill you. So either get the fuck out, or I'm gonna shoot you, because I have the right to, because you're an intruder. So toot-a-loo. Like, oh my God, Mary, badass. I'm loving having Mary around. Like, I am. And I'm so glad that she's fully supporting this whole community center thing. Because I'll tell you my darkest whimsical story. Don't ever call me a typical. Because she gets it. And the plaque for Fred was so beautiful. And I just love how, like, a family they've become. Like, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's all me alone. Also, good for Alice in inviting Hiram and Hermione to sit with them, because, of course, in the diner was only FP and Alice and Hiram and Hermione. So, you know, Alice was nice enough to invite them over and stuff. And so that was nice of Alice, you know. I mean, Alice and Hermione and FP, I don't mind, really. Like, I don't mind FP. I love FP and Alice. Hermione, I don't mind, you know, like, And Hiram, like, he just says things, even, like, subtle things, that you know just he says to piss you the fuck off. And, ooh, it makes you just want to snap. And that's why FP did it. Because he just fucking snapped. He's tired of it. Because he ain't gonna be his fucking puppet. You know, this town is tired of being your fucking puppet, dude. Everyone is tired of you. Now Archie's back to being his puppet. Because I'm sure this isn't the end of the Hiram and Archie story. Which, it was going to be Veronica and Hiram, which it is, but it's also Veronica and Hermosa, and Veronica, Hermosa, and Hiram, and Veronica and Hermione, and Veronica and Hermione and Hiram, and then there's Archie and Hiram. So it's like confusing. Oh my God, so much going on. But also Dodger, who is in a coma, is gone from his hospital room. So, yeah, I don't really know what the reasoning was, because, I mean, as far as I know, they didn't have anything to, like, arrest him when he came to, so, like, I'm sure he would have been discharged, but I guess they want him with the family, so then once he gets better, they can plan everything, or they want their family with their clan, so therefore they took him from the hospital while they plan the way to take Archie, because I know something really bad is going to happen with the center. I know something bad is going to happen with the community center. I just know it. Something really bad is, and I really hope not, but I feel like something really bad is going to happen with the community center, and it's just a feeling I have, but, like, I feel like something really bad is going to happen. Sorry, let me turn this down. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about is Cheryl. Okay, I love Cheryl, I do, but oh my fucking God, it scares me how evil Cheryl can be sometimes, and how calm and almost happy or excited she is about being evil or about planning this plan out. Like, when she was talking about getting rid of Bedford's body, you know, which confirmed he is actually dead. And she was saying, like, yeah, by the time it defrosts, you know, the salmon will have eaten his eyes up. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks for getting really into it. But she was saying it in such a calm, like, ooh, like, we got it all planned out, let's go and do it. And it's like, oh, scary. Like, even, like, Tony was, like, a little too calm. No, I'm surprised Tony's so, like, down for going with all this. But you know what? They're made for each other. I love them. They love each other. They both just have each other. I mean, they have other people, but at the end of the day, Cheryl has Tony has Cheryl, and they're so happy and in love, and I love them. But, like, literally, it's scary how calm she is. Like, it's scary. And I literally honestly thought she was feeding Bedford to Cricket and Fester. I really thought she was doing that. I really did. I really, really did. Until I found out it was lamb meat. But I legit thought she was. Like, because when he pulled out that ring, I was like, oh my god, she didn't. Like, oh my fucking god. And then when Tony brought out Jason's body, I died laughing at Fester's reaction. It was the funniest thing I had ever fucking seen. And he's, like, during that whole scene, he's funny. Because, like, as they're telling the story, it's like, he's just gagging, like, because, of course, you're hearing a story about the Blossoms being cannibals, which is great. So, back in the day, Blossoms had to eat each other. And now Cheryl ate her other twin, triplet, whatever, in the womb, and it's like, what the fuck is up with the Blossom family? Like, really? Now we got a possessed fucking doll, too. Because when Tony was saying she feels like someone's watching her, I was like, bitch, yeah, it's called Aunt Cricket. You think she's just gonna leave? Her husband's missing. She knows he came here and never left. You think she's gonna leave? No. But it wasn't only her. It was that fucking doll. That fucking doll. I swear. This was actually someone's confession. This was on at Cheryl Confess. And it was like, Julian's eyes are cameras. And I literally thought the exact same thing. When Tony and them were on the couch, like, at the end, and then it panned to the doll, I was like, that is so fucking creepy. It's literally just looking at them. And I was like, oh, what if that's a camera or a recorder? But I thought, like, more a camera. I was like, what if there's a camera in the eyes? You know, because the eyes are always facing them or looking at them. And maybe they, like, move and they just don't notice that they move or whatever. But I swear, I think there's cameras in the eyes. I really do. Because, like, Tony was saying how she kind of finally feels at peace and relaxed now and stuff. And I'm thinking, this is Riverdale, first of all. Second of all, this ain't gonna go away that easy, okay? So, you need to prepare yourself for even worse things to come. And it just confirmed it when it pinned to that doll, and I'm just like, oh, there's camera in there, for sure. There's definitely a camera in there. Unless there's an actual possessed doll. But there's a fucking camera in there. There is. I don't know whose camera it is. Maybe, I wonder if Penelope's going to come back in this season, because maybe she's the one who has the camera in there so she can watch everything while she's in hiding and stuff. I don't know. But there's definitely a camera in those fucking eyes, which is really bad. Really bad. This is what I'm saying. There's someone always watching. Literally, when Tony was like, I feel like someone's always watching me, of course I went to Aunt Cricket, you know, and the doll, but I also was like, it's Riverdale. Yeah, someone is always watching you. Did you not remember the VHS tape you got of like 6 hours of footage of just the front of your fucking house? That is fucking weird. Like, hello, someone is watching you at all times in Riverdale. And if they're not, it's a big surprise, okay? But no, they have people all over the place or things planted. See, that's what freaks me out. That's what I don't like. When I hear, like, about, like, YouTubers' houses getting broken into or anybody's house getting broken into and there was, like, nothing taken or really, like, nothing expensive, I'm like, bitch, what if they put, like, cameras in there and microphones? I'm like, fuck no. Or, for all you know, they're fucking living in your attic or basement. But, like, that freaks me the fuck out. That freaks me out. Like, ugh. I have, like, a weird, like, I have a I don't know what it's called, a weird phobia of like feeling like there's cameras in certain places. I don't know. I feel like there's always eyes on me. It's weird. Maybe there's a ghost. Who knows? But yeah, I just couldn't believe. So basically, Cheryl is still gonna, put Bedford in Sweetwater River. But like that scene, I literally thought she fed them. Her and Tony fed those two Bedford. Like, oh my fucking god. And Nana Rose, thank you for going along with it, or for just being yourself and actually just telling the story, because like, hey fucking men, like, Cricket wasn't that really bothered by it, but Fester was. And then once, they found out they're eating Bedford, or so they thought, then it freaked out. And then Jason coming out, who's been dead for over 3 years, that freaked them the fuck out. So it was like, okay, I'm out, It's like, but I don't think they're gone for good. They're definitely not, And Cheryl knows it too. They're not gone for good, please. You think they're gone for good? No. Okay, now getting into next episode, which is episode 8. Okay, so from what I seen, I took pictures of it. Let me pull up my pictures. But I basically took pictures of it because I noticed that Jughead is in therapy. I had to pause it a couple times because it had 3 different people, so I didn't know who was in therapy. But Jughead is most definitely in therapy because I seen him and I was like, is he in therapy at Stonewall Prep? Because automatically don't trust her. Which even so, I still don't trust her yet. I have to know her and meet her and, get a feel of who she is and get that vibe before I decide anything. But as of right now, I don't trust her because I just don't. Okay? But, basically, so in the picture, sorry, I was reading something I wanted to talk to you about. But basically, Jughead's seeing a therapist now next episode because I don't know what's going on next episode, but everyone's having problems, breakdowns, freakouts. I don't know what's happening, but something's in the fucking Kool-Aid over there, and they're just, all the kids seem to be having their breaking points. And so I got the one picture. Let me see if I can focus. Hold on. Come on, you dum-dum. Wait, let me see. I can't focus. Okay, see? That's Jughead and the therapist. And then this is the only picture I could get of Betty talking to the therapist. Hold on. And if you look, like, sorry, it's bad quality, but what are you going to do? If you look at the couch she's sitting on, it's similar to the one Jughead sitting on in the therapist room. So I think she's also seeing the same therapist. And then, I don't know if this is Cheryl. I mean, the hair looks like Cheryl's, but also doesn't. And I don't know who else it could be. Unless maybe Tony. It could be. But other than that, or maybe Donna. But why Donna? Who cares about her? But I think it's Cheryl or maybe Tony. But like, let me see. See the brown hair? There's the therapist. But see the brown hair? Like, I think that's Cheryl or Tony. So yeah, so basically, a bunch of people seen a therapist next episode. As soon as I seen that Jughead was, I was like, oh no, 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 no. Especially, please do not be at Stonewall Prep. Which, if they're all seeing the same therapist, there's no way it's a Stonewall Prep. But like, then why are they seeing the same therapist? Like, what's going on? Maybe like, like what's going on? Like, what is happening next episode? Because everyone seems pretty okay this episode, and like next episode, what the fuck is happening? Like. Like, I'm just totally, like, Archie, fucking Jughead, Betty, Cheryl, like, everyone's having a breakdown, like, what is going on? Like, I do not know. But one of the things the therapist said, I think she said it to Jughead, but I'm not sure, is you're locked in a dance of death. I feel like she said that to Jughead, 100%. But, like, if she did, what are the odds? You're locked in a dance of death. Foreshadowing much? I'm just saying. Or maybe it's to Betty, because she always is, death is all around her a lot, so maybe it's also Betty. But I feel like it was to Jughead, but it could be to Betty, but I feel more so to Jughead. But, like, what a thing to say. Because it just was like, that's a little foreshadowing, don't you think? So, yeah, I don't know about this therapist. I don't know what's going on. As of right now, I don't trust her. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Some crazy shit's gonna happen. Like, it's just gonna get crazier from here. Unfortunately, we have to wait till December 4th, which sucks. Literally, the same with Legacies, December 5th, which, why now of all times? But okay, I'll wait, I guess. No, I will. But, like, still, I don't want to wait. Like, I just want to watch it. It's so good. I just need to know what's going on. Like, I can't wait. Like, I don't want to get to the end of the season just yet, because, of course, I like watching my show every week and stuff. But at the same time, I want to get there because, like, I want to know the end result of this whole storyline of Jughead. Is he dead? Is he not dead? Is it fake? What is going on? Is it part of the perfect murder story? Like, I need to know what is the dealio. Like, I need to know. Like, I really want to know if he's dead or not. Because right now, it looks like he's dead. It does. It really looks like he's dead. But it also is Jughead Jones. So, and he's a big part of Riverdale. So I don't know, you know? So, also, another thing I just want to say, because I've said this in other videos about Varchi, so why can't I say it about Bughead? It seems like Bughead has taken the reins of the most sex scenes in this season so far. Sorry, Varchi. But no, yeah, seriously, they're, like, literally always having sex. But, like, whatever, I get it, you know, you're away from each other the whole week, you only see each other on the weekends, all that stuff, you're in love, even though you're your half-brother and all that stuff. No. I'm just, like, waiting for some Betty and Archie friendship moments, you know? I mean, I know we're not getting romance right now, or anytime soon, apparently, but I'd like some friendship. Like, what the fuck? Like, they've made it to where everyone is so focused on their own thing, but yet, even though Veronica's on her own thing, Archie's on his own thing, Betty's on his own thing, her own thing, Jughead's on his own thing, even though they're each on their own thing, Archie and Veronica are still together. Betty and Jughead are still together, doing their own things, but also together. So why can't Betty and Archie do their own thing, but also still have friendship scenes? Is it that hard? Like, seriously. Seriously. I don't care about the core four being together, okay? Can we fucking have some Betty and Archie friendship scenes? That's all I'm asking. Or Jughead and Veronica friendship scenes. Like, why can't you just give me that little sliver of gold that I have been digging for fucking 3 seasons, going into now 4 seasons? Like, come on! Ugh. Literally, it's bad enough I already feel like Betty and Archie is not going to have any justice done because, hello, it's the Riverdale writers and everything's Bughead, Bughead, Bughead. Ugh. And you know, also another thing, while I'm ranting, it's like, if you're going to, I'm not even going to say this, but like someone who's a fan of Riverdale, like, and they have a verified account, I don't know, I think they work for a magazine or something, or they're a reviewer or something, but she was saying how Betty's real name is Elizabeth Betty Cooper, and I'm over here, of course I wasn't the only one, because someone retweeted it, and then that's how I saw it, and I was like, her name is Elizabeth Cooper, because I don't think we've ever been told her real name, but she goes by Betty, so she's Betty Cooper. It's like, how do you love the show and you're talking about the show and you're just raving on about Bughead, or not, oh, no, that was another thing, sorry. But how do you love the show and this character or whatever, or talk about this character, and you don't even, like, know her name? Like, how do you honestly think her name is Elizabeth Betty Cooper? Like, when did you ever think that was her name? Like, literally, there's so many times where it's like her name's Elizabeth, but she goes by Betty. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really care, honestly, but I did have to say something, because it's like, dude, really? It's not Elizabeth Betty Cooper. It's Betty Cooper. I didn't say it in a mean way. I was just saying it's Betty Cooper, because, like, that's something you should kind of know if you're going to be talking about it, especially if you're, like, a verified, like, reviewer, magazine person, whatever, you know, who write things about TV shows. You think you would know her name. The right way, anyways. I wonder what her middle name is. I'm very curious. We don't know. Very curious, though. Let me make sure there's nothing else I need to talk about before I end this video. Alright, I guess that's all I have to say about this episode of Riverdale. Wow, this is the shortest one I've done in a long time. My last one was like a little over an hour. Amen to me, yes. But, yeah, not much happened or not much crazy shit happened, or a lot of stuff that did happen with the same people, so it was easy to talk about. But basically, that's all I wanted to talk about. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed this episode of Riverdale. I enjoyed this episode of Riverdale. I did. And honestly, I am most excited, like, to see how the Jughead, Stonewall Prep, Bret, Donna, Secret Society, DuPont, Chipping storyline pans out. Like, I'm so excited to see that all happen and hopefully find out the fucking truth and shit like that. And also, I'm excited to, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm also excited for the whole Charles and Chick thing, but Chick is locked up right now, so, like, it's just Charles, who I think is a serial killer. He is. Totally is, please. Maybe not kill him right now, but he's a serial killer. Because, you know, he be in Riverdale longer than he say, and he's still here. Doing what? Going to see your boyfriend? You sneaky little bitch. No. But, yeah, so I'm excited, too, for that, because I want to see Charles show his true self. I want Betty to take him down, hopefully with help from Archie instead of Jughead, you know? Maybe give me some help from Archie. Or maybe we'll continue on into season 5 if we even get that. Fuck, I don't even think we will. I don't know if we will. But yeah, I'm excited for the whole Charles and Betty storyline, because, like, I can't wait till Betty figures him out, and, like, I want to find out who the Watcher is. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're never going to find out who made those calls, because I'm pretty sure people either assume it really was Polly, or they think it was Chick, or they think it was Charles. Or it was Charles the first few times, and then when he was in the house with Betty, and the person called again, that was Chick. You know? So, it was either one of those 3, or 4, whatever. So, yeah, I'm excited for all that. Like, I'm excited to see what's going on. Also, I want to know Hermosa's story, what the fuck's up with her. Like, oh, I don't trust her one bit. But yeah, and also, oh my god, like, Cheryl, man. She literally is, like, she is so fucking, like, badass and, like, cool and just, like, matter of fact, like, bitch, this is my home, so there's the door. You know where it is. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. Don't come back. You know, like, she's just so, like, I love that about her. But also, her evilness scares me sometimes. Like, really scares me. Because, like, I don't know. Just seeing someone be so calm and kind of, like, excited and happy that they have this whole covering up a murder planned out is just really scary to me. And then to go into detail about it, the salmon eating his eyes. Okay, that's a little much. Don't need to hear that. No. But yeah, I mean, we find out some new shit about the Blossoms every fucking episode, it seems. Like, some really fucking disgusting shit. The Blossom family is some fucked up people. Like, and I don't blame Cheryl for being, like, evil like she is sometimes. Like, she's a good person, but she is also an evil person. In the sense that she's evil. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't, like, hate her for it or dislike her for it, you know? And it's not like a bad evil, like Penelope evil, you know? I actually like Cheryl's evil. So, yeah. But it's just crazy, the Blossom family. And then you got the Cooper family. It's like, oh my god, crazy. But yeah, so anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ranview of episode 8 of Riverdale. Come December 4th, we will get I hope you enjoyed this review of episode 7. Come December 4th, we will get episode 8. There we go, Noelle. Way to go. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I am gonna go. So, peace.